dressed in camel hair, leather belt around his waist, eating grasshoppers and honey, this wild man appears from the desert. What a way to start this series looking at the book of Mark. A scene somewhat out of a Western or a Star Wars film, which, funny enough, those things were inspired or ripping off straight the Bible and stories like this where a prophet would enter a town, a prophet would appear. This one is John the Baptist. No, that's not his last name, Baptist. That's what he did. He had a message that he was bringing to the people to wake up, to tell them that something is about to happen, that someone is coming, that reality is shifting. And his question, I guess, was, are you ready? Are you ready to hear what he says is the voice in the wilderness? Is your heart open to what's about to happen? Because you don't want to miss it. And so he baptized people, hence the description, which means he would wash them in water as a way to say, hey, is your heart open? Are you ready to change? Are you ready to step into this new season? Are you ready to receive this new information? And as I read through this section, I couldn't help but ask myself and be challenged, would I hear this voice from the wilderness if it was challenging me today? In a culture where we're all 100% correct, where we know everything, and our worldview is our worldview, and if you don't agree with us and those in our bubble, will cancel you, or will make fun of you, or will call you names. In a world that is so egotistical, so prideful, that you don't tell me how to live, we might say. How dare you tell me try to explain something that doesn't fit into my worldview? I do wonder if many of us would be open enough to change, open enough to move outside our bubble. Would we receive and hear that voice calling in the wilderness? And what if that voice is speaking now? Are we even listening in our busy, obsessed culture? I don't know where you stand with this story, what you think about Jesus. That's why we're unpacking this and asking who he is. But I would hope that maybe we could all be a little bit more open to who Jesus could be. And if we think we have ideas on who he is, then what's the harm in looking at afresh? What's the harm in studying this account, in reading through this section and asking ourselves, is there a voice in the wilderness, and is it trying to speak to us today? And what would it look like to be open to that? What would it look like to be open to changing our mind, to learning something new, and to maybe growing